Hey Shredder, I'm excited to show you how to play one of the most legendary metal riffs of all time, Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. The guitar was written by the late great Randy Rhodes. Randy is highly respected not just because he is a very skilled guitarist, but he always put in the work to improve his abilities. He was committed to developing his craft as a musician right up until he left us way too soon. His legacy carries on with the game-changing music he left behind. In this lesson, you'll get to learn what is perhaps his most iconic riff. Learning riffs in songs other people wrote is important because it'll help you develop your technique, give you more things to play, and enhance your creativity. Since you came across this video, make it a goal for yourself to learn this entire riff. And I really want to make sure you master that, so I want to give you my free Guitar Gains cheat sheet to make that goal happen. This resource gives you a customizable goal setting template to help you conquer this goal and all of your other guitar related goals. It also gives you my best scientifically based hacks on how to make consistent progress and eliminate poor practice habits, such as practicing in waves. This will cost you absolutely nothing, so just click the link in the description or go to zachsharguitar.com and download this awesome free resource. Then come back to this video so we can take a ride on the Crazy Train. So first I'm going to briefly go over the tones that I happen to be using when I'm showing you this song, in case you'd like to replicate that for yourself. So I'm plugged into my computer, and I'm using the free version of the Amped Roots plugin by ML Sound Lab, and I put on the British preset, and for the cab, I've got a mega oversized speaker on the left with a dynamic 57 mic in front of it. And on the right, I've got a Freeman M25 speaker with a Ribbon 121 mic in front of that. And I've got the mix about in the middle. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to play the main riff, which I'm going to divide up into two different sections. We're going to use downpicking throughout the riff, even though it uses a steady eighth note pattern. So that's pretty much just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You can get a quick feel for the rhythm just by playing that steady eighth note sequence on the low E string. So to apply that rhythm to the riff, we're going to start on the 2nd fret of the low E string, and we're going to play that F sharp note twice. Next, we're going to play the 4th fret of the A string, and then return back to the 2nd fret of the low E string. It's going to look similar next, but we're going to play the 5th fret of the A string and then return to the 2nd fret of the low E string. So here's what we've got so far. From there, we're going to wrap up section 1 by playing the 4th fret of the A string and then playing the 2nd fret of the low E string. So here's the whole first section of the riff from the beginning. Now for section 2, we're going to jump down to the 2nd fret of the A string, then play frets 5, 4, and 5 of the low E string. Then we're going to do that same exact sequence one more time, but instead of ending on the 5th fret, we're going to play the open low E string. So here's what we have for section 2 of the Crazy Train riff. We're almost done with this intro riff, but I'm going to show you what we have so far from the top before we wrap it up with 2 power chords. So when this riff comes in, both sections 1 and 2 are played for 3 complete times. Then you're going to play section 1 a 4th time, but instead of the last note being fret 2 of the low E string, we're going to play fret 2 of the A string. So here's what that's going to look like when we wrap it up. And to finish off this awesome intro riff, we're going to play 2 power chords. Each power chord will be played for a duration of 2 beats since they use half notes. So that first power chord is a D5 chord, and we're going to play the 5th fret of the A string and the 7th fret of the D string. Then we're going to slide 1 whole step up and play an E5 power chord by playing the 7th fret of the A string and the 9th fret of the D string. So play along with me the entire riff. We're going to play it slow, and then we're going to play it up to speed. Congratulations, you now know how to play one of heavy metal's most iconic riffs. We covered how to use both halves of the riff by using the notes and power chords Randy used to make it pop. You also got to see the tone setup I used in case you want to replicate that for yourself. I encourage you to come back to this video as often as you need in case you need to refer to the tabs or play along with me. The last thing you need to do, if you have not done so already, is download my free guitar gains cheat sheet. It includes my best scientifically based hacks on how to make consistent progress, conquer any goal, and eliminate the poor practice habits that might be holding you back, like practicing in waves. Just click the link in the description or go to zacksharguitar.com and download this awesome free resource. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Zach with Zach Shar Guitar, and I will see you in the next one.